Quick question. Why do men love The Killing Joke so much? People genuinely love this story. Why do we romanticize a story where a woman is brutalized for essentially no reason besides the fact to propel other men?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Passing Out L's. Today's contestant is Fantastic Flunky, and she wants to know, why do men love Batman The Killing Joke so much? And honestly, if you just listen to the phrasing of that ridiculous ass question, you quickly find out exactly what kind of woman this is. First of all, why don't you just say what you mean? Pick your beach ball sized lady nuts up and say what you really want to say. What you really want to say is, why do men love sexual assault? Because let me tell you something. When you say, why do men love this story, as if no woman on this earth likes this at all, that is ridiculous, and it is just stupid. You think that men love sexual assault. I think that, number one, it's inaccurate and it's idiotic. Number two, if this woman would pull her head out of her tight ass and abandon her I hate all men mentality for 10 minutes, she would see The Killing Joke for what it really is, and she would understand why so many people like it, men and women. In this story, Joker has a point to prove. His plot is to show Commissioner Gordon, the Batman, and the people of Gotham City that deep down, everyone is just as ugly and twisted as he is, and all that separates the average folks from him is one really bad day. So he targets the police commissioner, one of Gotham's guiding lights, head of the police force, an upstanding citizen, and he tries to bring him down. So he shoots his daughter in the spine. Barbara Gordon, who was originally Batgirl, gets shot by the Joker. This is why in modern media, we always see Barbara in a wheelchair, because she became a paraplegic. But in this story, after he shoots her, he undresses her and takes pictures of her naked. And he did all this to try and drive Commissioner Gordon mad and make him snap and abandon everything that he stands for. He kidnapped the commissioner, had him naked, hostage on this crazy carnival ride. It's madness. This story came out in 1988 by Alan Moore. And honestly, if all you get from reading out of Batman The Killing Joke that men love sexual assault, there is something mentally wrong with you. Like, seriously, mental. The thesis of this story is that it's not a bad day or a bad life that makes a man into a monster. It's how you react to that bad day that separates the heroes from the villains. It's not the trauma that creates the character. It's how they react to it. And that's why it's such an epic discussion that Joker's having with Batman as he's in this crazy carnival. He spits in the face of Batman's very existence because he doesn't understand that it's how you react to things that make you who you are. Joker's whole thinking is the person who clings to reality in an insane world is denying the very reality of an insane world, which makes them insane.
Silly goose, it's all a joke. Everything anybody's ever valued or struggled for, it's monstrous. Why can't you see the funny side? Why aren't you laughing?
Because I've heard it before, and it wasn't funny the first time. I spoke with Commissioner Gordon before I came in here. He told me he wanted this done by the book. You know what that means? It means that despite all your sick, cruel, vicious little games, he's as sane as he ever was. So ordinary people don't crack. Maybe it's just you.
This is the greatest Batman versus Joker story of all time because it's the most realistic discussion they've ever had with each other. The artwork is amazing, the shadows are great, the story is so dark, and it's tragic. It's tragic for Barbara, Commissioner Gordon, and the Joker, because we actually see his backstory too as a struggling comedian with a loving wife and baby on the way. Fantastic Frankenstein doesn't see it that way. Frankenstein just has a mental problem. I mean, this is the same woman who watched Dune and said this.
Is one of the biggest examples of the white savior trope that I've seen in a while.
Anybody who watched this movie saw that dude was the villain. I don't know a single person who watched this whole movie and came out of it thinking that he was a hero or a white savior trope. What the hell is she smoking? But anyways, back to the Killing Joke. She then goes on to say this.
The Joker is unhinged, but this type of sexual assault is not in his character. He didn't do this shit to Jason Todd.
What? He killed Jason. You're mad because he stripped Barbara naked and took pictures of her? He beat Jason Todd with a crowbar, beat him to within an inch of his life, and then blew him up. You see what I'm saying? She's mental. He didn't do this to Jason. As if somehow Jason got it better. I don't even know why this woman reads Batman comics or why she even affiliates herself with any kind of Batman media, because she clearly doesn't understand the characters and she doesn't know how to comprehend what she reads or what she sees. She talks about how this is incredibly out of Joker's character. Sexual assault, everything that happened within this story is very much in character with the Joker. The Joker is unpredictable. That's what makes him who he is. You cannot predict what he'll do. We're talking about the same man who would rob a bank and then burn all the money that he stole from the bank. He is insane. He's psychotic.
The worst part about it is it changes Barbara's story forever.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. How characters deal with trauma moving forward. Barbara got shot and exposed by a psycho lunatic and used that pain, that trauma, to become Oracle, a badass in a wheelchair helping Batman on his war on crime. Gordon didn't fall into madness or stoop to the Joker's level. He kept his sanity and pushed forward. It's about how you deal with trauma. And this is something we've seen time and again with badass characters in other franchises. But I guess it's only okay when they do it so long as they're female. I guess it's only okay when it's a woman. Batman the Killing Joke is a great story that's loved by men and women all over the world. It's a literal classic, and classics work and they're appreciated time after time. To this woman, if she were here right now face to face with me, I would say to her, get a good connection with the basics and learn how to better comprehend. Because honestly, this was a stupid take, but I've watched her before and she has a lot of idiotic videos and idiotic takes. If you've never read Batman the Killing Joke, I would highly recommend it. It is a very good story. The narrative is very interesting. It's very entertaining. It's very good. It's not for everybody. It is very dark, but to me, I think it's very good.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want either of us to end up killing the other, but we're running out of alternatives. Perhaps it all hinges on tonight. I don't know what it was that bent your life out of shape, but maybe I've been there too. Maybe we could work together. I could rehabilitate you. You don't need to be alone. We don't have to kill each other. Let me help you.
I'm sorry, but no. No. It's far too late for that. You know, it's funny. This reminds me of a joke.
That's why it's been retold for so many years. That's why it's canonical. It's in every Batman story. This is a part of Barbara's life, you know? She's the only one who feels this way. Guys, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, I guess. I'll see you next time.